this is Crystal Marshall from MarshallStudioPhotography.com, and my husband's making fun of me because I go like this. This is Crystal Marshall from MarshallStudioPhotography.com, and today we're going to talk about, alright, I have a camera, what do I do with it? So this was sent in from Pennsylvania, from Mandy. And Mandy, I'm going to answer that question, so don't worry, stay tuned, I'm going to get to that. Okay, so you have a camera, looks kind of like this. This is a Nikon D3100. They have some updated versions, but this came out about 6 years ago. This was my first camera, and it still works, and it's still kicking. So, you know, you never know. Always keep those old cameras for teaching moments like this. Okay, so the lens might look a little different. This is an 85mm. I don't have the original kit lens. I can't emphasize enough, if you just have a kit lens on a camera, yes, you can make some beautiful photos, but if you have any ability to sell that kit lens and get a 35mm 1.8 or a 50mm 1.8 for the same price as the kit lens, do that. It would be totally worth it because it can just have this beautiful natural light coming in. You're going to have a creamier background, so I did a whole other video about that. But let's say you do have a kit lens and you just don't know where to get started. So let's talk about this dial right here. So after you turn it on and you have the memory card in, very good point, because you can't take photos without that, and you have your quality set to fine or large JPEG. Very important, I actually did a photo shoot on web quality, low quality, and I lost all of those photos. So word to the wise, always put it on fine or high quality JPEG. So you have this dial on the top of your camera. You have all these really interesting, you know, letter symbols, picture symbols. What do they all mean? Okay, so most cameras come with that green auto button. That is a great go-to button for when you're first starting out and you know, don't really know what to do, don't know what to push. Put it on the green auto button. If you're a little more advanced, you can pick a picture of a preset. So for example, if you want a picture of a landscape, you can go to the landscape mountain. If you want to do a picture of a child, you can do the child one. If you want a picture of somebody running or playing sports, and so on. So those pictures, those presets are great. Your camera will do all the thinking for itself. You just pick the picture that you want. So that's a little tip of the trade. If you're kind of a little bit more far advanced, what I would recommend, if you're not really comfortable getting into the more advanced functions, you can always do no flash. It's right under the green button. I'll put a little picture on the screen really big so you can see it, but it says no flash. It has like a no sign with a lightning bolt. I would recommend that the most, and I'm going to tell you why. Because on auto, the pop-up flash is going to come on. Let's see if I can, yeah. The pop-up flash is going to come up. Personally, I would only use pop-up flash if you're in a dark living room, if you're in a dark restaurant, obviously if you're at night. I personally never use the pop-up flash unless it's a dire emergency. I always try to find a really large window source, something with beautiful light coming in, a bay window, a kitchen window, maybe a French door, you know, something. If you can get your subjects near a beautiful window light source where the light is coming in from the side or just gently from the front, then that would probably be the most ideal situation if you're inside. If you're outside and you want to do some photos outside, try to have the sun or the light source at the back of your subject. Try not to have it in the front. You're going to get a lot of squinties. So that's just some quick tips about lighting, about what function to use on your camera, about, you know, basic, you have a camera, how can you do it? So hopefully that answers your question, Mandy. This is Crystal Marshall from MarshallStudioPhotography.com, and have a good night. Thank you so much.